Hello, we are back with Life is Strange, and today we will be starting episode 4, which is called Dark Room. Now, you'll remember that as being referenced back in a previous episode where Max and Chloe, were breaking into the principal's office and they found a note where, what's his name? Jerkface. Nathan was he had a drawing where it was the words repeated over and over, Rachel in the dark room. So that's pretty ominous, right? And then so we ended off last episode with going back in time 5 years and saving William, Chloe's dad, from getting in a car crash. And we went back to our own time, but it's not quite the same. We found that we, Max, are in the Vortex Club. We're friends with Victoria. There's been a lot of changes, and Chloe is now in a wheelchair. So we're going to go ahead and continue onward and see how things progress from there. Let's get going.
Previously on Life is Strange.
Whoa. You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Don't ever touch me again, freak! Let's talk about your superpower. What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us. Miss Caulfield, please, tell us everything.
Hey, it's Thelma and Louise.
That's Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
Max, we have to find Rachel soon.
Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues. Welcome to my domain. Let's find what we want and beat it.
Max, you better come check out these files.
Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. Listen, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank being more than a friend.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
No, you don't.
Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? Ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Hello? Are you even listening, Maxine?
This is totally fucked up. What else have I changed?
Max Caulfield. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
The music in this game is really impeccable in setting a mood. So good.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
It was nice that you sent me actual letters. It's more than any of my other friends have done. And you even wrote on that cool parchment paper. That's so Max.
So pretentious. But I love writing on it like an English poet. You deserve the best stationery.
Probably easier to write than to visit me. I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Not totally. You probably wanted to avoid awkward conversations like this.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
See? Without you here, I'd have no clue. Bet you could take some amazing shots. Those beached whales are so sad. I kind of know how they feel. At least, I'm alive here with you.
Such a difference in Chloe's attitude from
You're
the
a real
last
survivor, Chloe.
episode where she was
I know
not
you
happy to
had
be
to
there
deal
with her.
so much.
I don't want anybody else feeling sorry for me,
Very different life
I can do that.
experiences.
along with my parents. My dad still feels guilty about buying me that car.
Are you okay to talk about the accident?
We never actually have, huh? There's not much to say. Some prick in an SUV cut me off and I flew into a ditch.
Do you remember everything?
I saw everything in bullet time. I felt my back snap and that was the last thing I ever felt in my body. When I woke up in the hospital, I literally couldn't move a muscle.
Jesus. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm just happy I did get to see you again. I could have ended up vanishing out of the blue like that girl from Blackwell.
You mean Rachel Amber? When was the last time you talked to her?
Never. I just read about her in the news. I didn't even know her name. You did?
This is such a different world than when we were kids, isn't it?
After that snow and eclipse, it's more like the end of the world.
Well, you never know, it might be. Might
It
be the
might
end of the
be,
world.
but I'd like to think we can still change things for the better.
I'd like to think that too. But I don't have much hope these days.
I know things seem out of control, but as long as we're together, I don't feel afraid.
Hanging out with you makes me feel like a total kid again. You don't even know.
Listen, Chloe, I'm sorry I haven't been out to see you more. That was wrong. You're my best friend.
Max, thanks for coming out to see me. You're doing awesome.
I don't think so.
My nose is getting cold. Maybe we should get back to my place?
It is hella cold out here.
Hella? I hate that word, no offense.
It is a funny change in character right
None
there.
taken.
Just helps to further emphasize how there are a lot of similarities between this Chloe and the, I don't know, primary timeline Chloe, but there's a lot of differences too. Both big differences and small differences, but especially differences in her personality and how she views the world and interacts with other people. It's very interesting.
It's a pretty high-tech lair.
Feels like a high-tech cell. But I am lucky my parents bust their ass to take care of me. I know it's hard for them.
They're grateful you're here with them.
Right. Especially when they can't even take a walk alone. Sometimes I act like a total teenage brat just to give them an excuse to yell at me. Pathetic, I know.
Chloe, you're a great daughter. You're kind and sensitive when you don't even have to be.
Trust me, I still get my rage on. Especially when a nurse has to watch while I take a dump so she can wipe my bum. Or when
Yeah,
doctors
that's pretty
flip me
rough.
around like I was a science
Understandable
doll.
why she has some
can't even
resentment
imagine.
and anger about that life.
But
It's
you're
fair.
still amazing. You always have been since we were kids.
Thanks again for coming, Max. I, need to get my drink on. Can you bring me some water?
But of course we can. We're just gonna be nosy and do some exploring first while you cough and wheeze over there.
That must be her mighty morphine machine. No more bongs for her. There's the old Chloe. Whoa, Chloe can totally control her computer. It's so great people get this high-tech help.
Now, is that a microphone, I think? Like a microphone controlled? Or does it go in her mouth and she uses like her tongue to control it? I would imagine it's a microphone, right? That would make more sense. Either way, it is cool though.
That is so incredible. And she can browse cat radios on the web.
Oh, mouth controlled joy. Well,
Max,
still.
it is so cool that you're here again.
It's still, I'm not
I'm
sure I
glad you
understand
think
how that
so.
works. It could be either way. Huh. Either way, it's cool that it works though.
Chloe is still a punk at heart. But she can't stage dive anymore. That's so cool that Chloe has made friends online. I should offer to put makeup on for Chloe. Not that I can, but it would be fun. Man, Joyce and William built a whole new bathroom for Chloe. They're so great. Chloe's message board since the accident sure looks lonely. I didn't add much. Bad, Max. It's nice my parents sent a card at least. I wonder who this is. Kind of a generic card. I wasn't very available to Chloe. Real nice.
Yeah, it is a little bit generic, Max.
At least I sent road trip selfies to Chloe.
But this picture is even
I'm
worse.
sure that made her feel great.
Kind of insensitive. But also at the same time, this isn't you, Max. This is the other timeline, Max. So
You're
you can't be
really
too
highly
hard on
involved
yourself
in
for
I
this
should've
version of
kept more
Max.
in touch.
But yeah, I get it. It makes sense. That
I still can't
feel
believe
guilty.
I put Chloe in that chair.
You have the guilt of that compounding with abandoning her for 5 years in the other timeline, and you feel like it's all your fault, which some of it for sure is.
Snow globes
Some of
are
it's
taking
just
over.
life. But yeah, it's a rough situation.
Oh, the snow dough. I guess not everything changed. Hello, Chloe. She likes fluffy animals now. That's a serious heat lamp.
Glad to see you're as nosy as ever.
You know
I
it.
don't want to disappoint you. Does Chloe look at the garden and think about her childhood? She can't even feel the grass now. I'm glad I took this photo. Chloe has a new memory of William and her together.
Yeah, it's a nice photo too.
At least Chloe doesn't weigh that much. Oh man. She has to use that ventilator just to breathe.
Okay, Chloe, we'll get you your water now.
Instead of handing Chloe a bong, I'm feeding her water. Did I give her a choice?
Not really. But also, I'm not sure that'd be fair
My
to
room sure looks different now, huh?
for her to have to
It
make that
does,
choice either.
But it's still you.
That's a difficult choice to have to make.
Drink up, Buttercup.
Oh man. No wonder my throat is dry. I don't think I've talked this much the whole year.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast or something?
I wish I could punch your face right now. A podcast? Dude, I am a pod in a cast.
That's some quality dark humor right there.
It was just a thought.
I know you're just trying to help.
Yeah, that's become a bad habit of mine.
You sound like an adult now. It seems like we were kids in another life.
To me, it seems like yesterday we were little brats here, watching Power Rangers and destroying the kitchen.
Oh my god. We covered everything in flour. Even my parents.
That was so hilarious.
But a long time ago. You're the only person that I grew up with who visits me. As you can see, I can't keep all my other friends away.
Which friends did you hang out with the most?
Megan Weaver, but you don't know her. She was cool. But after my accident, she was too cool for school.
I know I wasn't around much. No excuses, I'm a loser. But I am trying to make things right.
How? Dude, you're not Super Max. And I'm not trying to guilt trip you. That's what my parents are for.
Are they okay? I mean, are they still happy together and everything?
So now you're Dr. Bill? I guess they're good, considering they have to deal with me. They laugh and hold hands. And I hope they still get busy, too.
I think Joyce and William are incredible.
Max, the accident has been so hard on them. Our insurance sucks, and the medical bills are fucking insane.
Can they pay all the bills?
No way. They keep the numbers away from me, but it doesn't take much research to find out I'm costing my parents almost $1 million a year.
Chloe.
That is a
Priceless.
lot of money. And that was a bad
No pun
pun.
intended.
You are such a geek. That's why I love you. Of course, I know a geek when I be one. See, I'm practically a human entertainment system. It would be sweet to chill out together and watch a movie like when you'd spend the night at my house.
What do you want to watch?
I think I'm in like a mellow Blade Runner mood. I always cry at the end. Plus, you know, I always wanted to have cool colored bangs like Pris.
I know. You would look incredible with blue hair.
That you would.
Now let's get this show on the
We know
road.
that for a
And
fact.
You better not fall asleep on me like you always do when we watch movies.
I remember, Max. Swear I won't fall asleep. Not when you're here. Not yet.
That's slightly foreboding.
Nothing but medical supplies. She has to use a lot of lotion to keep her blood circulating.
Thanks. I think you missed a grain stuck in my eyeball.
Hard to believe how just a little sand can cause such a big mess.
It's like that Chinese proverb. A spark can start a fire that burns the entire prairie. You know, like the butterfly thing.
So I've heard.
Yeah, we're getting to be more and more familiar with that butterfly thing.
I can't wait to watch a movie with you. The DVDs are near the TV.
Oh, permission to snoop.
You didn't need permission, Max. You were doing it anyways.
So here's the DVD player. Now I just need to find the DVD. Ah, here's the DVD. Oh my god, I made that mix for her when we were 12. I cannot believe you fell asleep so fast. How dare you?
I know you were beat down after the day with me, and Blade Runner is a pretty dreamy movie to watch at night. Do you think Deckard is a replicant? Sorry, I can see you're not wide
It's a
awake
good question.
like me.
No.
Is Deckard a replicant?
I'm sorry I crashed so
I
hard.
honestly don't know. What do you guys
Are
think?
you okay?
I do have a mother and father when you're not falling asleep on me.
You are a bitch in the morning.
It's the company I keep. Yesterday was such a blast.
It was great seeing you.
I know things were different when we were just dorky kids, but being with you made me feel like when we were little pirates, jumping and running through the forests again. It meant a lot to me just to chill out with you and bullshit. Fuck. I'm getting my regular head pains. Can you, pretty please, go upstairs and get my morphine injector in the bathroom?
Morphine injector?
It's total Star Trek shit. You can't even see the needle. Seriously, I need it. My parents keep this wag upstairs because they think I can't get to it. But you can, Max. Like a pirate, right?
I'm on it, Chloe.
Definitely seems like something we shouldn't be doing, but we're gonna do it. Let's go get those drugs.
Oh, great.
Damn. This is just for Chloe's basic supplies.
So, $8,587 for basic supplies.
Bonjour. That's great they finally went to Paris.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all these, and I know I haven't been doing the journal, but I'm gonna do the journal entries for this universe because they are very interesting, how they change. And I'll do the text messages too, so... Max, you busy girl? Avoiding homework, as usual. I told you I'd help you out. You never let me help. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like an emoji type thing. Okay, drama, stop, and you help me by caring. I do try. By the way, I scored that killer bud from you-know-who. FYI. Save me a bowl. Gotta bounce. TTYL. So, Max is a drug user now in this universe. Tisk tisk. Bad Max. Come by my room tonight. Max, are we cool? Just wanted to make sure since you walked away so fast. Nathan was worried too. Ugh. I don't want Nathan to be worried about us. That's not a good thing. If you want to talk, hit me up, okay? Love you. Max, if you're mad, just tell me, okay? Silence. So if you want to talk, my door's open. Love you. Yeah, definitely a very different dynamic here with Max and Victoria. Victoria almost seems... She's not like trying to be this like domineering kind of queen bee almost. She's kind of She seems to view Max as an equal, which is interesting. So here we have William texting Max, saying that Max can text Chloe using this number, and that was in March. And then in August, so 5 months later, not good, Max. Max says, "Hey Chloe, Maxine here, I know it's been a while, blah blah blah." Just kind of finally getting in contact. Chloe's excited. And then Max kind of just like, cool, just very generic platitudes, saying, yeah, we'll get together soon, sure. And then that was that. Max and Alyssa do not get along in this timeline. Max is very kind of cold and threatening. Don't do it again. Oh, it was Taylor. So at the end of last episode, I was talking about how Max is kind of growing relationships with people over time. And I said Courtney, I meant to say Taylor. Taylor is the one I meant to talk about. Courtney is the one that's just kind of a rude jerk in both timelines, it seems like. But so Taylor is the one that has a bit more depth to her once you get to know her. In this one, they connected over kind of her mom's sickness and all that. Like they did in the last timeline. Oh, and here's Nathan. In the dark room, developing shots for the contest. That's uncomfortable. Obviously, it's a different dark room, but it is kind of funny. She actually gets along with Nathan in this one too, which is creepy. Doesn't get along so well with her mom in this one, because she's spending too much money, as it says right here. She's kind of sassy and defensive, and as her mom says, snippy. Yeah. So it is very different, this universe is Max. A lot more, almost more typical teenager-like. A bit shallow, kind of sassy, snippy, doesn't want to be around her parents that much. Okay, so, and here is this universe's journal entries. September 4th, 2013. So much to do. I wish I could slow down time, especially to register all the cool things that have happened since I'm back in Arcadia. Blackwell rules. September 21st. Yes, I'm older, and thanks to Vic and Nathan, I'm now a bit more fashionable too. They surprised me with the most beautiful straw pork pie hat, wrapped up furoshiki style. Best birthday party ever, also drunkest. I can't sleep. So this Max does drugs and drinks alcohol and parties with Nathan and Victoria. I'm not sure I like that too much, but you know. Can't judge too much, we don't know that much about her, so. October 4th. Hey, dear diary, remember me? Busy Max, busy. Can't right now, must shoot, must live, must befriend. Should rekindle with Chloe too. But must vortex first. Party time. So yeah, some definite differences here.
They gave Chloe their giant, expensive HD TV, and they use her shitty tube television.
This insurance is worthless.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Insurance is the worst. You spend all this money for it so that because you
Joyce's tips will cover all this.
may very well need it someday in an emergency, and then when you do need it, you can't access it because they won't give you anything. It sucks.
To think that our destiny is linked to goddamn car keys. The house looks so great. William finally had the time to paint the house and fix up the garden.
Yeah. Probably did it either before the accident or afterwards as a sort of stress relief slash coping measure, which is fair enough.
Look at all these dead birds. It's happening here too. I'm sorry, Bongo Kitty, but you passed on before I changed this reality. Chloe actually moved our drawing so she could see it from her room. Chloe. Oh man, the swing is gone now. It must have been sad for Chloe when William took it down. I'm glad Chloe gets a room with a view.
I wish I had a backyard again. One of the downsides of living in an apartment is you don't get these things like that. Just this outdoor space to relax in. But I know that in some other countries, and especially in cities, it's a lot more tightly compacted, and that's just the norm. So, like having full houses like this, or in backyards and all that, is definitely a luxury. So, I'm not gonna complain, but backyards are kind of cool. They're a fun luxury if you can get them. If you got the money and the opportunity. Let's see what else we're looking for.
Bills never end.
These whales are just a preview of the tornado to come. And the Prescott Foundation? Jesus. Rachel Amber is even missing in this reality. I guess I can't change everything.
Now, what's interesting is, it seems like in this reality there's a much more concerted effort to find her. Because it says, her family and friends have only intensified the search. Whereas in the other universe, timeline, whatever you want to call it, it seems like everybody except Chloe is kind of just given up, which is interesting.
They might get their own home taken away because of medical bills. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
not a great spot to be in, for sure.
Hey, William. Am I bothering you?
Why, yes, Max. I love going through bills. Kidding. How can you bother me? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. You look exactly the same. It's so cool.
Good. Or I'd be scared if I didn't look like me. Of course, you seem more adult now. So what's on your mind?
I don't know how to say this, but I'm truly sorry about what happened to Chloe.
Me too. All it takes is a few minutes to change a girl's whole life. But she's alive. She's been a trooper.
Seems a bit too self-centered, so we'll go with this.
She is amazing. I'm so glad you're here to help her. And be her father.
I'm so glad Joyce is here to help us both. Max, I just hate to think of what would happen to Chloe if I wasn't here.
William, I just want you to know that whatever happens, I'll always be here for Chloe. Always.
I know you will, Max.
So you finally made it to Paris.
Oui, as they say. Not me, because I can't speak French. But it was a great experience, especially for Chloe.
I can see her loving it there. You guys rock for going on a family adventure like that.
She talked about going to school there, but that's not practical anymore. It's not fair, Max.
I was impressed by Chloe's room and all the high-tech equipment.
You should be. We could buy a few mansions for what it all costs. The insurance helps, but I don't know, Max.
I know it must be hard on you guys, financially.
These bills are more like crushing. We have to mortgage our home, and that's pretty scary. But we'll get through it. The price is always right. Get it? No?
Yeah, that right there is the archetypal, what they call dad joke.
Being
I can
around you
appreciate
and
it.
Joyce again is so nostalgic.
Very old school, as they say. I think it's great for Chloe to see you. Makes Joyce happy, too. So, it's not all bad news in Arcadia Bay. Or is it?
It kind of is, honestly. All bad news.
The Prescott family might be bad news. What do you think about them?
Evil. Next question?
Sounds like you know them well.
More than I want to. But Joyce has to work for those greedy bastards at Pan Estates. I don't even like to think about it.
What do you think is going on with all of this crazy weather and animals dying?
Nobody knows, right? It is Nostradamus type shit, pardon my French. But all I actually care about now is Chloe and Joyce. My family.
I was reading about that missing girl, Rachel Amber.
Oh, yes, she went to Blackwell, right? Oh, poor thing. That's a real nightmare for a family. I get scared thinking about Chloe and that we might lose her someday.
I have to go see if Chloe needs anything. It was so great talking with you again.
You act like it's the last time. And please, keep me from these bills whenever you want.
There's William. Our really first and last time in the game to really interact with him much.
No change to spare anymore. Now it's back to cookies. Joyce is a food coupon boss.
I'm not gonna say fucking. I'm not gonna say fucking.
Joyce and William never had a garage sale before.
Gotta raise some money soon or they're gonna lose the house. At that point, random like furniture and stuff isn't gonna do them much good if they don't have a house.
They're drowning in debt
Makes sense?
just to take care of their daughter. Such bullshit.
Yep, so that's another $3,458 on top of the 8,000 something, almost 9,000 from the other bill, and then the $12,000 mortgage on the house that's going to get taken away. So, plus probably a lot more that they don't show. And they no longer have insurance for Chloe's physical rehab. So that's great. I'm glad for so many reasons, I'm glad that I personally am not in that situation. But even just from the financial situation, I have no clue how you get out of that. Or even how you stay afloat on that scenario. Seems very hopeless and like there's just no chance whatsoever of them being able to keep going there.
Chloe's door doesn't have a warning anymore.
I like the little, like childhood playing sounds in the background of the music. Kind of just adding that, like all the memories of their childhood are running through Max's mind as she enters the room. Just a very nice audio cue that ties together the score of the game as well as the characters' emotions and thoughts. It's really well
Too
done.
bad Joyce and William can't get any help from the Prescott Foundation.
So Aunt Dorothy can't help anyone else out with money at the moment.
They bought crutches for Chloe, hoping she might walk again.
Yeah.
Toys? I kinda wanna open this and see what's in here.
Yeah, I wish I could open it and see. That would be neat.
Shoes. Chloe always did love stomping around in her boots. I never heard much about William's brother.
So William's brother Aaron is sending them money, but he can't send. He wishes he could send more, but he can't because he's also struggling with money too. It's just the life in this family. Everybody's struggling.
A blue butterfly? I'm sure this is a total coincidence.
Oh yeah, for sure. Total coincidence.
At least we never had to hide from step-douche. I guess we stopped growing up together.
Yeah.
I'm still overwhelmed by this new reality. And I feel so guilty for putting Chloe and her family through this. I could give Chloe the choice of keeping William alive, but that would be cruel. But then I see that they're a family again, and who am I to judge?
Yeah. It's a difficult situation, and just obviously it's hard on everyone else involved, but I think it's something that often gets overlooked. This is especially hard on Max because no matter what happens, she's the only one who knows of both timelines and has these memories of both weighing on her and her choices in both timelines. That's a lot for an 18-year-old. That's a lot for anybody to deal with, much less an 18-year-old. She's got a lot on her shoulders, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. As we will see going forward. Because, I mean, she's already had to watch her best friend, Chloe, die several times. Once at the very beginning, in the bathroom, and another time on the train tracks. And now, well, there's more stuff coming up, obviously, but now she has to see her best friend as a disabled individual, suffering a lot with her health. And it's rough, yeah. A difficult thing for Max to have to deal with, especially.
How's it going, Time Tripper? Funny. I think I look older.
Yeah. You've had to grow up a lot in this last week, Max. You've had to see a lot of things and do a lot of things that most people never have to deal with. And that a lot of people do deal with some of this stuff, and it's, yeah. Have to do a lot of growing up in a short amount of time.
Too.
Just to put it simply.
Nothing here. The bathroom looks almost the same. Just more medicine. Here it is. I never thought I'd be delivering morphine to my best friend. It's all about you, Arcadia Bay, isn't it? Apparently, the only thing that hasn't changed is this view.
Oh, Max, it is so nice to have you around.
Oh no. I didn't realize how bad Chloe's injury really was.
Yeah. So basically what this letter is saying is that Chloe's respiratory system is failing, and that the doctor doesn't think that she has long, per se, to live, which is definitely not a good thing. And the doctor recommends that Joyce and William tell Chloe about her changing condition. Which I wouldn't even want to guess how somebody would go about approaching that conversation.
Joyce used to hate smokers in the diner.
Yeah,
Joyce is
stress
already a
smoking.
supermom.
Good morning, Max. Ah, you and Chloe are so much quieter now than when you were kids.
I remember. It's nice waking up in your house again.
Oh, William and I love it. Finally seeing you and Chloe together after all these years. After the accident.
I wish I was a better friend. I know Chloe doesn't get many visitors.
Oh, Max, you're Chloe's best friend for a reason. You're here exactly when she needs you.
I mean, obviously, she knows that Chloe needs help, and she's doing her best in that regard, so that's kind of a rude thing to say, or an insensitive thing to say, I feel like.
I hope so. You guys do such an amazing job taking care of her.
We can only do so much, and she gets damn sick of her parents. That's why it's so important you came to spend time with her. Max, Chloe's condition is not improving. Her respiratory system is very weak, and she... Do you know what I'm saying?
Joyce. I'm so sorry you have to go through all this.
Bad or good, I embrace every moment with my daughter and my husband. This is what it means to be a family, and we'll always be one, no matter what.
How are you doing, Joyce?
I'm doing the best I can, Max. I won't lie, it's difficult, but nobody said life was easy here in Arcadia Bay.
Plus, you guys have to work, too.
Bill and I have no time for ourselves. And we're working more than we're living. I even had to take a part-time gig at Pan Estates. Ugh.
Do you know the Prescotts?
I know that Sean Prescott won't be happy until he owns everything in Arcadia Bay. Stay away from his son, Nathan.
Do you know somebody named David Madsen? He, might hang out at the Two Whales.
Well, that was random. Yeah, he's a bus driver. He comes in sometimes. Cute, quiet. Why?
Oh, I was just curious.
You always were. Nice to see that everything doesn't change.
So, what do you think is going on here with all of this eco-havoc?
Maybe Arcadia Bay just wants to be left alone. I know the feeling. Honestly, I don't give a shit about too much outside our house.
I don't blame you, Joyce.
Except now we have dead birds and beach whales outside our front door. So maybe I should care, for Chloe's sake.
I have to tell you how much I love seeing you and William together again.
He's been such a hero through all this. Chloe and I are lucky to have him.
Chloe and William seem like they still get along so good.
Yeah, those two are closer now more than ever. Chloe will actually listen to William, while she usually ignores me. Oh, it's so cute when they gang up on poor old me.
You rule, Joyce.
Shit, things would be different if I did. I like how you think, kid.
I better get back to Chloe now. It's good talking with you, Joyce.
You too, honey. It's good for Chloe to stay in touch with her friends.
Yeah, there was a pretty serious conversation there.
That is such a sweet shot of Chloe. I wonder who took the picture. William is trying so hard. He's still awesome. Look at them. They have no idea what's in their future.
Alright, time to give Chloe her morphine. Actually, I want to double check something, because I don't think there's any extra dialogue after being up there, but...
I definitely have to take a third job.
Okay, no extra dialogue. Just wanted to double check, because... I didn't... yeah. Thought there wouldn't be, but you never know. Sometimes there are some hidden things in here that are pretty cool.
Finally. Give me the blue pill.
I'm sorry. I'm nosy, but not precise.
Go ahead and plug it right in. It's so easy. And painless.
Okay, but get ready to yell for your folks if I screw up.
Oh, trust me. I will. Of course, my pain just keeps getting worse. But you caught me on a good day. Max, I'm so grateful that I'm even able to hang out with you. See, I'm getting mushy. I'm already high.
You're so adorable. Do you want anything else?
Stop me if I'm being too emo, but can you grab one of the photo albums over there? I'd like to check out some old pictures of us when we were kids.
Please. My diary is like emo ground zero. Plus, Max Caulfield does not pass up a photo op with Chloe Price. Ever.
Wowzer. Chloe was a straight A student. She could have gone to any college. What a bastard. I totally should have let Chloe steal your bullshit fund, even if it wasn't another reality.
So basically, Blackwell just didn't do the renovations or put in the work necessary to make the school accessible to Chloe, so she wasn't able to continue her education there.
Despite everything, they're still a happy family again. It's cool that in this reality, Chloe really loves skating too.
Now, that's such a weird picture right there, just a guy on a skateboard with a horse head.
So Chloe has her own photo album.
Is that okay?
Perfect. Oh my god, look how little we are there. We look like toys.
I remember that day by the lighthouse.
My dad was pissed at us. He actually tried to give us a timeout.
And you laughed at him. My dad would have banished me.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
There's still time for you. Oh man, there we are making pancakes. I love that shot of us. It's hard to believe my dad took that picture only 5 years ago.
Literally seems like yesterday.
I wish it was.
Me too.
This photo... Maybe I could...
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So, I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All you have to do is crank up the IV to 11.
Right, here we are at one of the, another of the things that's really interesting about this game, that a lot of games don't tackle this topic, the assisted suicide type and all that. I don't know if the YouTube algorithm is gonna, whatever, come down on me for saying that word, but whatever. But, yeah, and so it's a very difficult topic, and I know there's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of arguments for both sides. I know where I stand on it. I'm going to do the I don't know first because I think it gives a lot more context to the conversation and kind of explains some of the things pretty well.
Chloe, I really don't know if I can do this. I had another friend who wanted to end it all, and I did everything I could to try and save her life. How can I be responsible for ending yours? I mean, there's gotta be another way.
Max, you were there for your friend, no matter what. Now I'm asking you to help me the same way.
I want to help you, Chloe, but I think my help is hurting.
At least you have a choice. When you want to make a decision, you can just do it. Look at me. I'm at the mercy of everybody. For once, I want to make my own choice. The most important one of my life. Please. Help me, Max.
And there's that extra little bit of context there. So essentially, Chloe she's in pain and she's dying. She knows she's dying, and she's of sound mind, and she wants to make her own choice that affects her, but she is physically incapable of doing that for herself. And so she's asking someone she trusts to help her. And I personally am on the side of accepting in this scenario. I think people have the right to be able to make a choice with their own life, and ideally it wouldn't be Max helping out with this because this is going to be incredibly traumatic and emotionally scarring for Max, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled in this situation. So I also think Max is feeling incredibly guilty for putting this Chloe in this situation, as well as for all the other things that have gone wrong in Chloe's life. Both the ones that Max was involved in escalating and making worse, like leaving her alone for 5 years, and just the things that she didn't have any control over, like her dad dying in the other timeline and all that. So I think Max is also of the mindset of she just wants to help Chloe out and try to fix things as much as she can. So we are going to accept here. Because for me personally, and I know it's not the same for everybody, for me personally, this is the right choice. And the kindest choice.
I'll just drift asleep, dreaming of us here together. Forever. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for following your dreams. Don't forget about me.
Never.
I love you, Max. See you around.
Sooner than you think. I'm sorry, William.
Someday Dad'll get one of them newfangled computers.
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max. This is a keeper. Hello? Hey, honey. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Shit, where are my keys?
That's $1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please. Aha! You can't hide from me forever. And no Chloe and Max wine tasting session.
Dad.
Don't blow it, because tonight your mother promised to make us a world-famous salmon surprise with chocolate cake for dessert. Max, you'll be here too, right?
She's never leaving me.
That makes all of us.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. Like you're never gonna see us again.
Chloe, I'm so sorry. I tried to make things different for you. I did try. I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but come on. You have made things different, like my whole life. You're my best friend. I've got you and a great family. What's to be sorry for? We'll be best friends forever. And when we grow up, we're taking over the world.
Listen, whatever happens, I want you to be strong. Even if you feel like I wasn't there for you. Because I will never abandon you, Chloe. I'll always have your back. Always. Chloe, you're alive. Yes.
Whoa, down, Max. You get one kiss, now you're all over me?
I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together. Max, did you forget we've gone over this? I hope you weren't messing around with time while I was sleeping.
Not anymore. I'm just spaced out too.
Welcome back to the real world, Max. I don't think I can ever tell Chloe about what happened.
There's how that song ties in, because it's saying in the lyrics, I'll be a good defensive driver, kind of tying into the last episode where it's all about like Max was saying, their fate is tied to the car keys, wherein it's either William dies in a car crash or Chloe is injured and eventually dies from a car crash.
Let's look at the big board and see all our pieces in the puzzle so far.
But yeah, so we are back in our original timeline, and I think that's a good place to end this episode. It was a very emotional and morally provocative episode, I think. There was a lot of stuff that happened in there.
Getting lost in all this shit.
Of course. So Max, she learned about the dangers of time travel, and so I think she's gonna be more careful from now on regarding that. But also, we got a nice heaping pile of trauma for Max, because now she has to deal with the fact that not only did she essentially kill Chloe, it was a mercy killing, and it was doing a favor and a gift for her friend, but she still was the one who killed her. And she also essentially had to kill William
I feel like we're missing a
by
major
letting
clue.
him die. So,
Keep digging, Chloe.
and while those may not have happened, since because of time travel, they may not have happened in terms of like the chronology of time. They happened for Max as experiences, and so now she has to live with that. And she's the only one who has to live with that. It's not like she can talk to anyone about this. She could talk to Chloe, it's pretty much the only one she could talk to who might believe her, but
You will never know how happy I am to be back here with you.
Chloe's not particularly stable herself to be able to help out with that. And also, like she said, it would be cruel to tell Chloe about that, because that's not something that would help Chloe at all to know about. So yeah, very tangled
Max, we were
and
this close to finding Rachel.
Chloe, you're on fire.
a very tangled and emotional series of events, and it's just going to keep going from here, but we are going to continue that next time. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks.